Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to episode 002 of the Archie Webbs podcast. Today's podcast is with the man himself, DJ Sota, DnB producer and DJ. Big up Jack Webb for joining. Big up Gabs, Charlotte Palmer, Callum, big up, Kirsten, big up, Jack, big up. Will, Electric Services, big up. Let's get him in.
Big up Liam. Geezer.
Good evening, mate. How are you doing?
How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, thanks, bro. I'm all right. Yeah. I've just had a lot of Chinese, so I'm quite full and potentially a little bit slow, but we move. I'm here.
We'll liven you up, don't you worry. We'll liven you up, so it's all good. Nice. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Lovely
all
job.
Good?
Yeah,
nice.
Absolutely, mate.
How
Everything's
you
fine.
been? Cool.
Good,
How you
mate.
been?
Yeah. I've just been working on tunes all week, man.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice.
My first week is full time, so I've just sort of been trying to hammer it as much as I can. But chilling. And yourself?
Nice. Just grafting. Yeah, I work in software during the week, so it's just been doing that. I was just like rushing, finishing at 6:30. Like, quick, get done. I've got to get it all sorted, and then kind of here we are. And
Yeah. Those ones. Absolutely, man.
Cool. Appreciate you joining. I'll wait. I think everyone's joining in. Get your fire emojis in the comments. Come on, let's see you there and that sort of stuff.
Fire emojis only, please.
Come on, Anna. We see you. Who else we got? James Homer, Cryptic Events has joined. Nice one. Jack Reeves, nice one. Dan, nice one. JD, nice one. Sweet. I'm okay. Hello. Nice. Sweet. I think we're good. I think we're getting there. People coming in, fire emojis coming in. We'll touch on, like you said, a little bit later, towards the end of the podcast around your music, upcoming releases and that sort of stuff.
Absolutely, man.
But cool. But yeah, the first question, obviously, like you just mentioned there, congratulations. You've just become a full-time producer. What was the reason behind becoming a producer, and how have you made it happen?
To be honest with you, it's a bit of a leap of faith. I don't think there's any sort of point where you sort of sit there and you go, okay, obviously I can become a full-time producer now. But if it's sort of like, if it's supporting you financially to some degree and being at work is sort of like hankering your creativity, I guess, in a sense, and sort of holding you back a bit, then you've just kind of got to shake all ties and just go balls deep, man, as I like to say. Definitely just go balls deep.
Nice. Yeah. Like you said, you're obviously passionate about it. Graft, put the hard work in and you'll be rewarded, right? So it's
absolutely, man. 100%.
Nice.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a shot in the dark, but it's gone fine so far, and I'm sure it will continue to. So yeah, just work under pressure basically for the rest of my life.
Definitely. Nice. What was I saw on you're at Brewdog, right?
I was, yeah. For the last 2 years.
Nice. What are you doing there?
Shifting pints. Shifting as many pints as physically possible. Yeah. Before that, a couple of other sort of crafty, beery kind of places. That was always kind of like what I enjoyed doing when I was out and about. But yeah, hospitality is great, but only for a few years. I don't think I could do it again. Special kind of people have to work in hospitality because you just have to deal with the worst kinds of people, definitely.
Yeah. Nice. They're doing a lot of things though, Brewdog, aren't they? You see, like, you got to see. I think it was the Audi one. Was it like the Audi did a knockoff Brewdog beer, and then
Brewdog did a yeah. Absolutely.
Nice.
Their marketing team is absolutely genius. Absolutely genius, for sure.
Decent. What other things did you do? Like the other question, what other things did you do kind of as well as Brewdog? Did you do any studying before? What was your kind of career path leading up to this kind of moment?
Yeah, so I started a year of music college. I began music college, university, sorry. But it just wasn't really for me, to be honest. I got a year in and arts in general for me, like if I was doing anything creative and someone was telling me how to do it, to get marked on it, it didn't make sense to me. Because I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. And I think creativity is kind of like all about that, really, isn't it? If you're in any sort of art, you want to be able to do what you're good at, but your university will turn around and say, oh no, you need to make an R&B tune for your final exam. And it's just like, I've got no fucking clue how to make an R&B tune, have I?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So yeah, I could only hack a year of it, and then I ditched it basically, and then just full-time work, and then now we're here now.
Nice. I think you're right. Like, I don't know, like with my job as well, like I studied like software and that sort of stuff, and it's kind of like didn't really use it like from uni into real life. You kind of just learn what you're doing and kind of trial things and that sort of stuff, right? So yeah, good on you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Sweet, nice, good stuff. What else was I going to say? Yeah, the other question I was going to ask is around what was like the triggering point, like for me, like getting into this and that sort of stuff. It was kind of COVID and having a bit more time on my hands. But like, what was your triggering point to go into like producing and DJ? What kind of like switched into your mind?
When I was younger, I couldn't tell you when exactly this. No, do you know what? I could tell you exactly when the switch was. So I used to drum, and I was trying to give like drumming a go, trying to give metal a go, trying to give that whole thing, like being in a band, a go. But financially, it's just super fucking hard, because even when you're like coming up, you kind of have to split the money between 5 people or however many. So kind of everything that you're doing, you have to do 5 times over. And I'm not going to lie, just as a young lad, just looking into DJing and just being like, oh, all of this money could just be mine. Okay, I'm going to give that a go then instead. And I'd always loved drum and bass. I just always thought it was too hard to make. But when I actually started giving it a crack, I was like, oh no, I can probably get this down in a few years. And then just kept going. Sweet.
Good stuff. Nice. Cool. So like, yeah, every time we do a podcast, these sort of podcasts, we always like crack into like a little game before we start getting into like the serious stuff, like around what you're doing this year stuff. So
absolutely,
obviously we've been talking beforehand and that sort of stuff, and we managed to get 2 truths. 2 truths, is that even a word? 2 truths and 1 lie.
2 truths and 1
from yourself. So what I'll do, I'll call them out. The 3 options that you've sent over. We'll give the audience a little kind of listen and give them to put the comments in of what they think the lie is, and then you can reveal and explain everything.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. So 2 truths, 1 lie. Was Sota, I was an extra in a BBC drama when I was younger. So that was one of them. I've never eaten a banana. Or the 3rd one is I spent the first year of my life in India. So I'll repeat them again. So was Sota an extra in a BBC drama when I was younger? I've never eaten a banana, and I spent the first year of my life in India. I'm gonna leave it out there to the audience. What do you think? What's the lie? So we've got Jack Webb. It said the banana. Bump, Baby and Beyond, banana. Pick and Mix and London is just laughing at us. I don't know why.
He knows which one it is.
As it looks like a bit of a banana bloke. Northern Monkey said banana. Soap opera is the lie. Did I even? Oh, okay. BBC Extra. I get it.
Yeah.
Banana for sure. Banana.
Once got it in one. It was too bait. I lost the game.
What's the answer?
The answer was the banana. Yeah, I have eaten several bananas in my time. But yeah, the other 2 were true.
Nice. All right, everyone was right. Cool. Good to know. Right. Let's get into the chunkier part of it. So we'll go through the questions and that sort of stuff, more music related. Always interested to know.
Anti-potassium crew.
Anti-potassium crew.
Carry on.
Cool. Let's do it. Always interested to know. There's always like someone that you kind of look up to in any career and that sort of stuff. So who was like your main mentor or the artist that you inspire the most to kind of drive you forward?
Two answers. Physically, definitely Logan D, just because of everything he's done for me over the past few years. I couldn't have done any of it without him. So the biggest of ups to Logan D. Musically, it was probably Turno. Yeah, and Pendulum as well. I know I've mentioned Pendulum probably 800 times across all of these sort of things, but yeah, they were such a big part of my sort of like into this music that I go, yeah, absolutely 100% Pendulum. But yeah, in terms of specifically jump up, Turno every single time. He was, because he's been going for like 10 years now. And so much of his music when I was growing up was just being like, he was getting really big when I was younger and I was ready. Then he was sort of like making that transition to getting really big, and now he's obviously just like a complete force to be reckoned with. But definitely those three, 100%.
Nice. What's Turno like as a person? Always interested to find out those sort of things.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Just a big energy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he sort of lights up the room, man. He's sound as fuck. Yeah,
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he always seems like bubbly and like
You can't be sad. You can't be sad around Turno. It's not a thing.
Yeah,
absolutely. 100%.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, the next one I had for you was
a big love Fusion, by the way. Man like Dennis. That's a lovely kid there. My guy. Sorry, I had to do that. Carry on.
Big up Fusion. Who else? We've got loads. Yeah, just keep shouting them out. Interrupt me as much as you want for the
no
shout
problem.
outs,
Yeah, absolutely.
If there was this is an interesting one. It's actually come from my brother, so I can't take credit for this one. This come from my brother Jack Webb. What is the one tune, existing or past, which is out there at the moment, which you wished that you produced and had your name on that tune?
That is, do you know what this is? You've sent me these questions before, and I honestly couldn't narrow it down to one tune. There's
really?
so many tunes that have come out. Off the top of my head, the remix that Imanu recently did of Formula by R.L. Grime.
Okay.
Because I think I've listened to that about 200 times now.
Nice.
And it absolutely hits me everywhere it needs to hit me. So yeah, currently that tune, but it changes every week.
Yeah. Nice. You've disregarded a few big ones, a few big names. Who would I go for? I think Bricks Don't Roll was probably my all-time. Yeah. I think knowing my friends are just fed up all the time when I play it and that sort of stuff. I think
it's a big tune for a reason, man. Yeah. It's definitely a big tune for a reason. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice. Cool. One from me really. Like this come from me. I'm really interested. I'm in a stage like where I'm kind of dipping my toes into like podcasts and taking DJing a little bit more serious. So I want to learn kind of how to produce and that sort of stuff. So I'd be interested to find out like how did you learn and get involved into production and that sort of stuff? Yeah,
cool. So for me, I think the first sort of thing that got me interested was it's a good answer that I've got here as well, which is good because I know. Do you know what?
Here we go.
When I started going into sort of like production and becoming a DJ and such, and I realised that I was going to eventually start being asked these questions, such as like, when did you start? When did you learn to produce? And all of this sort of thing. And I was worried that mine would just be fucking boring, man. Do not. But no, this one's cool. So yeah, when I was really young, I went to a charity shop. And I was looking for PC games for my parents' computer, and I picked up a copy of EJ Music Maker Rave Edition from like 2003 or something like that. It's like proper like Y2K purple fucking fluffy cover art. And I got home and I gave that a go, and I was like, this is really fun. It didn't click eventually straight away there, obviously, because I was like 9 years old or something. But I did it for a good few years, and I was just like doing it as a hobby. And then I got like Beta Rater on my PSP or something, and then I got I can't remember what the other one was, but I got another one on my PS2. I had one on the Wii as well. Like I had all of these little like weird music maker kind of game things. And eventually I realized that I could actually just do it for real rather than just sort of dicking about on all of these apps. And then, because I just really enjoyed it. Like it just made sense to me and I just enjoyed doing it. And then learning was mainly school. Like the first bit was sort of like my last couple of years of school, learning music production. And then college as well. I did a music production course and that sort of like got me around the door. And then like, I guess just friends within those classes and stuff, helping me up in certain places. And then the rest of it was just self-taught. Like after that, once I got the like groundwork down, I was like, right, I want to learn myself because I don't want to make music like other people make music. I want to find my own way of making it, basically. I think that's really important. Like I will say that if there are any sort of up and coming producers in the chat or anyone that's looking to do this properly, make sure you learn your own way around things 100%. Like if you just follow loads of tutorials from loads of different dudes online, you're going to end up making music in all of these ways that other people use. And I think that there's always another solution. Production is just a series of problems to solve, and once you've solved all of them in the way that you want to, that's how you end up with a tune of your own. That was a bit of a rant, sorry, but you know about that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think it's like you said, like those different those DJs have their different styles, right? And producers have their different styles. I think like I heard a song I was listening to Mix 'Em on Run earlier, and like Dillinger come up, and he had kind of like a specific kind of sound, and like you definitely have that as well, which is pretty cool. So
thanks, man. I appreciate that because that's all I've ever wanted is my own. That was the most important thing to me when I was starting to produce was to be distinguished out from other people. Do you know what I mean? And I think definitely, everyone should big up Lermo, by the way. But you should all just give it a shot at doing your own thing, and then the rest comes sort of second, definitely.
Nice. T95. Real talk right there from Sota.
Oh, did my boy Tom? Oh, yeah. Oh, nice one, Tom. Nice one, Tom. Big true. The big true.
I haven't put these in the questions, but it's good for people to know and that sort of stuff. You're providing production lessons, right? For anyone at any standard and that sort of stuff, yeah?
Thank you very much for that, because I would have forgotten to advertise them myself. But yeah,
that's all right.
So if anyone is interested, then just give me a shout on my Instagram and we'll sort something out.
Nice. Cool. Interesting one. How long does it take you to produce a track in kind of on average, if that makes sense? From start to finish. Yeah,
I couldn't tell you on average. Some tunes I make an opener for a set or something, and that takes me an hour or two. Sometimes I spend ages on a tune because it's like a big one, like Moshers, for example. I spent so long on Moshers, but I think it shows, do you know what I mean, with them sort of tunes. But in terms of just stuff for the club, like an hour, a couple of hours, and then working out where you want to release a lot longer past that, maybe like anything from a year to a few months or whatever. Absolutely. 100%.
Nice. I can't ignore the comments. Tash said, how much are your one-to-ones?
35 quid an hour. 35. Yeah.
There you have it, Tash. There you have it. All right, cool. That sounds good. Like
big up Josh Burden as well. Big up my man and Hayden. Hayden's going to be a sick little producer, man. So is Brayley. Actually, I've taught both of those fellas, and they've both got they've both got satin about them. So hopefully in the future you'll see some good tunes from them two there too. Cool.
That covers the question around upcoming producers, right?
I guess so. Yeah. Is that our, I mean, my favourite at the moment. I really like Rantic. I don't think Rantic gets enough love. There's a fella called Rantic from Newcastle, who makes some seriously fucking technical tunes, and they're so good. And he needs more attention, definitely. If I was to use that platform, that would be the guy for sure. Rantic.
Nice. This is an interesting one. So, like, where do you get your like ideas and inspiration of like how a song should sound? How do you get in that kind of headspace to get that, if that makes sense?
At the moment, it changes again constantly. I can never keep things the same, otherwise I get really bored. Currently, it's film soundtracks. Yeah, currently just listening to film soundtracks, listening out for like interesting melodies or chord patterns and stuff that I can somehow turn into a fucking just like silly jump up melody or something. But I don't know. For me, definitely in my first few tunes, and the biggest inspiration for me it's always going to be like metal, like big sort of like C minor chords and stuff like that. Stuff that like otherwise metal melodies definitely that are often used because they just sort of in my head from all them years ago. I can't really shake them off, but it's now become my style, so I'm not allowed anymore. So they're here to stay, definitely.
Nice, cool, sounds good. This is an interesting one. You've obviously collaborated with a lot of producers, like Turno you mentioned earlier, Logan D and that sort of stuff. Is there one artist at the moment or producer that you'd like to collaborate with who you haven't done so already?
Do you know what they were? Honestly, this question would have been so easy to answer like a year ago, and I'd have just said Upgrade and Turno, 100%. But I've done them both now. So,
it's a good sign, right? You're going places.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very, very happy to be able to say that. Yeah, another one in Sub-Zero, but I've spoken to him about making a tune too, so that's definitely going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. My big dream collabs are definitely ticked off, man. Now it would be sort of like finding somewhere where my music can meet people like Halogenics and Imanu and stuff like that. If I was to say proper dream stuff, because they're the other producers that I'm absolutely like sort of in awe of. Just not necessarily the music I make. So, but I'd love to find that bridge one day. Definitely.
Cool. Turno, Upgrade, Sub-Zero. Well, nearly all ticked off. Dreams done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Other than Sub-Zero, but we're on it.
Yeah. Cool. That's good to know. What's what you like? What's it like? Do you just kind of like you just literally there on a computer, have a laugh and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Yeah. It's all good vibes. I don't like if I can do a collab in person, that's ideal. Because as much as I like Zoom collabs are still fine, I don't like the whole process of sending each other sounds and fucking no. Whereas like if I go and make a tune with someone, I can just bring a hard drive loaded with like all of my noises, everything, and we can be a bit more like on the ball with it. Whereas when it's over Zoom, it's a little bit more like manufactured, I guess. But yeah, it's just a laugh, man. Absolutely, just two people with similar interests hanging out and making tunes, man. That's how it should be. Absolutely.
The dream. Nice. So you've obviously released a load of tunes. What is the one tune that you've produced as kind of that you feel like kind of put you out on the map and got the kind of the most engagement so far, if that makes sense?
I think probably one when I first sort of released on No Down Deep. That one tune did so well sales wise. I was absolutely blown away with it. I think it's because it just went straight in Problem Central set and they were just playing it like everywhere. Nice. From literally the point at which I sent it to Dan. So I think that did pretty good things for me. Frontin' as well, which was the A side to that release, has got my most streams on Spotify since. So yeah, I think those two were the big ones, and 8-Bit as well. But I think the other ones are yet to come, to be honest. I've got a couple bits I'm sitting on that I'm hoping are gonna. There's a couple two bits. Fingers crossed.
Here we go. Big news. I must admit, I think my favourite. I think the one that I got to know you, who you were. I was going for a run and that sort of stuff, and I listened to Low Down Deep and Maniac.
Maniac.
Is it Maniac? Yeah. That was the one that kind of pinged in my head. I was like running. I was like, oh my god, what is that? Like, save that for later. Like, go back and listen to the set and see that. Yeah, I think that was my favourite.
Appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Hello, Crams, by the way. Crams is the guy. Big love to Crams.
Who else we got? Hayden, big up Hayden. Lermo, Crams, Brayley. Are these all your boys?
Crams is my boy. Crams is my boy. Brayley and Hayden are my tutorial boys. Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Cool. So you mentioned about like obviously signed up by Logan D's label and that sort of stuff. How did that come about? Like, how did that kind of come out of the woodwork and those conversations start?
Vital did that for me, actually. I sent some music to
Nice.
Vital, and Vital sent my music in to Dan. Yeah, and I was out drinking, and I was very pissed. And yeah, I got an email from Low Down Deep, and I was like, what the hell do I do with this? Because I couldn't sort of respond. And then Logan was asking for my number so he could WhatsApp me, and I was a little bit like, why does this have to happen now? But he sent me a big voice note, and I sent him one back as well. And I can't listen to it ever again. I will never listen to it ever again. I hope he's forgotten about it, man. He was definitely like, oh, hello, like, we'd like to sign a couple tunes from you. We'd like you to do a couple EPs with us, if that's cool. And I was just like, hello, Dan. Yeah, thank you very much. That's lovely. I really appreciate it. I've loved Low Down Deep forever.
You've got to get that out. You've got to find that. I reckon that'll go down well. I reckon. Yeah, you've got to find it.
I'm never looking at it again, man. It will make me. I'll crawl back into my shell like a little toy. I could never. No.
Thanks for this. Really appreciate it.
Oh no, mate, never again. Sober only for meetings now, man. Definitely. Fuck me.
Cool. So right, this is a big question. Even Logan D messaged me yesterday saying, "All right, I'm watching this question." So we'll give people a bit of context. I'm sure everyone knows, but obviously you're part of Low Down Deep. Logan D is kind of the originator, the setup of Logan Down Deep. But Logan D has also got a dad called Mickey Finn, who was kind of a big jungle producer and DJ back in the day.
Yeah.
So the question is, I'm hoping you don't lose your job and lose your label and that sort of stuff because of this question. But who is the better DJ, Logan D or his dad, Mickey Finn?
So I've been thinking about the most sort of diplomatic way to answer this. I think they are both absolutely incredible at what they do.
No, you can't do that. You can't.
For me personally, just out of my own interest, it would be Logan, just because Jump Up has always been what I've come from and what I've enjoyed listening to. But by the same token, Mickey Finn did some incredible things for the genre that we all find ourselves in. So absolutely, they're both on the same pedestal for me. But if I have to answer, then it's going to be Dan.
Cool. All right, good answer. All right, next one. Obviously, like you said, you're a massive DnB fan. You're not just a producer and DJ because you've just fallen in it. What's your best festival or venue that you've been to? Kind of, festival, rave.
Printworks.
Printworks, yeah.
Yeah. No competition. Yeah. I don't even have anything happen. Printworks is just the best place in the UK. Best place, 100%. No question.
I've never been.
We need to sort that out. It's sick.
I went to uni at Bristol. I put Motion up there with a very big rave, or the best rave I've been to. And Outlook Festival, I think, was the best festival. I think. So
I haven't done any abroad festivals myself, but it's on the list. I'm sure I'll get a chance over the next couple of years, hopefully.
Printworks it is then. Printworks. All right.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy. Done. Next one. Who's your favourite MC?
It's another one that doesn't really... it changes again, man. At the moment, Charter, because he came on that set with me on runtingz. I'd never met him before. I got recommended him by a close mate of mine, Baker. And he just absolutely fucking slewed it. He was just sick. So he blew me away that night, man. So yeah, Charter 100% at the moment. It's got to be Charter.
Nice. Done. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You obviously you've obviously played at like you played on Block to Block, runtingz. You obviously played a load of venues before COVID. What's the best or worst venue or kind of station or live stream station that you've performed on? What's your best or worst?
Runtingz was by far the best, definitely, in terms of the stations, just because it was, the sound in there is great, the energy in there is great, the sort of, you just, I don't know, it feels like a club in there almost without all of the audience, basically. Again, worst, I can't say, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't be too honest, unfortunately. But I'm just gonna say that there are a few.
All right. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
No, I don't blame you. Cool. Yeah, it looks good, runtingz. It like they've only really come about in COVID for me, really. Like they may have been there
going for
then,
a few years, but they didn't have the setup they have now. But yeah, it's really sick, man. You can tell that people are enjoying it when you watch the streams, and I think that's what makes a really good stream. Is if it's nice to play, it's nice to watch. Definitely, yeah. Yeah,
it's all perfect. Like it's HD, isn't it? Like good sound system,
and like it's because they got two people on tech, and there's very few live streams that have that. So yeah, it makes a difference, definitely. Shout out tech team, shout out rigging crew, shout out lighting crew, shout out all the people that people forget about when you go and watch shows and you go and watch stuff like that. Like there's always about 200 people behind it that you just don't even see, but those people are what make it enjoyable for you. So shout out tech teams, man.
Yeah. We need them. You need them.
We do need them.
All right, cool.